On the battlefield in Iraq, saving wounded soldiers takes technology, training, and speed.
Was Mom in the car too?
Rescue methods perfected here on the home front. This is Baltimore, Maryland.
Passenger in a car seat, struck by an SUV. Right
From car crashes to drug turf battles, this is America's war zone at home.
We need a chest x-ray, pelvic x-ray.
That's why the military sends young surgeons like Dr. Lori Kaloya here to the Shock Trauma Center before sending them to Iraq.
Does it hurt where I'm pushing? It just basically gets us into the mindset of how you're supposed to think, how a trauma surgeon thinks.
Here they learn to race against the clock. They've got what's called a golden hour to save the patient, a clock that starts ticking the moment the patient is injured. This is essentially trauma boot camp for young military surgeons and a masterclass for those who've already been in the field. About half the doctors who operated on me from Baghdad to Bethesda did a stint here in Baltimore first. One of them is actually operating in the team behind me right now.
Dr. Johnson here. I'm the trauma.
Dr. Jeff Johnson served as the chief trauma surgeon in Balad when I passed through there. He performed more than 560 surgeries in a single year.
Just stop real quick.
He keeps up the same pace here. Shock trauma gets about 30 patients a day.
The difference is that the wounds that we're seeing in Iraq from blast injuries are, thank God, not being reproduced in the streets of Baltimore, at least yet.
There are some things even this place can't train a surgeon to handle. These are some of the smallest victims Dr. Johnson was able to save, some of the many children caught in the fight.
The level of violence that is leveled at mankind in a war, you can't prepare for that.
And then there's seeing your fellow troops injured and in need.
I think the hardest thing is actually seeing the soldiers in uniform coming through the doors.
And knowing it's up to you to keep your cool and fight to get them home.
Are you having any difficulty breathing?
Using everything you've learned in a place like this. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, the Shock Trauma Center, Baltimore.